They get me up in the morning. They give me reason to believe again. For somebody, for someone. They make me feel so joyous. Happiness ain't a word to describe what I feel. Like when I try to keep it up, sick and tired of all this stuff. They give me a reason to keep going and going. Like when I feel like I should quit, I keep going and going and going. He said, she said, I'm not ready for that. He said, she said, he say, she say, she say, I said, look at you. I'm not really with it. He said, she say, I run in the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, run in the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. I wake up, I put on my clothes, time to go check me your bro. Check me, you can't tell me shit to me, nothing. I really turn nothing to something. Look, I used to be broke like a bitch, I was told I was ugly. The bitches, they ain't wanna touch me, now none of these niggas can touch me. The time that you thought I was spending alone, I was working the phone. The time that you thought I was bumming, I was just stacking my money. Yeah, the time that you thought I was down and out, I was not in the drought. I get the dope and ship it out. I'm never get gangster. I know Victoria's Secret. I got the key to the streets. I got some niggas be trapping. They wanted they coming to me. Look, that bitch said she want me to fuck her just like I be fucking the beat. I told her that me and my niggas gon' be there 2:45. My diamonds come away from the Mayans and I run the street with some lions. I trap like I want me a Kanye and rap like I want me a Brian. Don't say no shit on the internet you ain't gon' say to my face. Look, these industry niggas be pussy and I'm trying to get your taste. She said, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she said, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He said, she said, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she said, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. Trapping, that's my reputation. I like rapping, that's my reputation. I like flipping cars, reputation. Yeah. They know me, they know my reputation. I like kissing bitches, reputation. I'm dismissing bitches, reputation. Flipping money, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. I ain't too fucking dog, reputation. I'm gonna swing first, reputation. I might kill us first, reputation. They know me, they know my reputation. Michael James, reputation. I turn my grandma house to trap out, that's my reputation. I got court cases, shell cases, reputation. Lord, they know me, they know my reputation, bitch. She said, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she said, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He said, she said, ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she said, running the trap like relay, get it to the mail like eBay. He say, she say, he say, he said, she say, he said, she say. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, I'm not really with that. He said, she say, hello. He say, she say, yeah. Ask that little bitch on my dictates. I'm not really with that. He said, she say, running it trap like relay, get through the mail like eBay. He say, she say, why these bitches like to talk a lot? He say, she say, why these niggas She said, hey, you ain't got no real thing on that way. Yeah. Yeah. These niggas don't know my name, but I'm hard head, better know the game. I was raised on the south side, but the west side where a nigga came. I don't do that op shit, get a nigga change. I don't fuck with that cop shit, them cops try to get a nigga frame. That fool for some dumb shit, I ain't never say another nigga name. I was doing me, don't hit me stain. For the money, wasn't for the fame. Young fire flame, shot rack when the killers claim. Look, when you shoot, baby, see me change. I just wish they had better aim. We similar, but we ain't the same. Grown man on me, niggas. I was in the village with the breed niggas. In the club, was when they lead niggas. Murder town on the low end. Rockville with the hard head. VIP, BBC, tell the industry, give me my bread. Work hard like Diesel. That we in it like 2-4. Blow fresh like new clothes. I shine brighter than a U-blow. 100 grand to the 100 span. Who the man down on the money dance. Pop shit like chemo. But do the shuffle like D-Lo. It's all about that cash green. 7-4 with the flag green. Ops the cops. Niggas bitches like drag queens. Driller noise Chicago. I'll blow the top off the Tahoe. The long like to put their hands on you. Fuck the Lakers in the transform. Rap shit, this the new brand. I'ma get a deal in due time. Real shit, nigga, you blind. I get true crimes on the blue line. Going hard in the meantime. Spit mean rhymes on the green line. We don't homie P-Funk. He doing time for that pink line. Clock say this bread time ain't waiting long like the red line. Everybody got a deadline. I'm still ducking that bedtime. Conspiracy, no comparison. Seem more white than an Aryan. Niggas say they won't be, they won't be vegetarian. They say I'm an animal, try to take them to a veterinarian. Shawty calls she with this shit, so I'll beat the pussy barbarian. When you see that heat blow, I'm high flyer than an ego. Take it like no repo, I'm back, bitch like D-Roll. Fresh off that injury, put me in the game, I'm killing it. It's going down on Madison, but Michigan magnificent. I ain't even wanna do this shit, but Ron told me to do this shit. I'm going crazy, I stupid spit. Gotta act like who is this? Going work no time sheets. Can't handle my rhymes, bitch. I got bars, die hard, fire, please. Fuck a Versace, I need a Bugatti and maybe Ferrari. Look, bro, while you watching me, get the fuck back, cause you look like an optimist. You see me get high, astrology, smack me a bitch and don't get no apology. She should have been talking that shit like she wrong with the clicking that money monopoly. I just got put in a lot of bitch had to say I got picked out for the robbery. I'm thinking I get it, but told myself when I come home, it ain't nobody stopping me. Definition is no probably nobody's fucking with me. I'm like, honestly, these rappers is whack, man on the back. Now it's time to give you all of me. Bitch, I'm a leader, so follow me. Calling me back to the promised land. Niggas be acting like women so soft and so timid, so tell them that I'm the man. Yeah, shorty, I'm the man. Reliable facts, trusting me. The niggas that hate sound ugly. They like they bitches fucking me. I am the man and the shit, and there's nothing you people could do with this. Shorty, she riding so fast and so furious, sweating, I'm ludicrous. The way that she moving her belly like Nelly, I think I'm a lunatic. They thinking I'm new to this, but I'm a veteran recipes. Tuna fish niggas this shit out of luck. Telling me maybe they think I'm addicted to drugs. I'm just addicted to love. I'm just addicted to women and spinning this dust. Tell them I'm killing you, Drake. Kendrick Lamar, I'm starting to spin in your face. Homie, I'm taking my place. Sorry I'm late. I just got out of the cage. Shout out to Pretty, she wrote. Shout out my mother, my brother, my sister, my folks. Shout out to Cody, you know. Don't let me control the industry, owe me some dough. Shout out to all of the women that gave me some dough. Niggas that hate that I'm home. Shout out to all of my people like evil, because evil are stunting. They carry the chrome. Shout out to Lil Herb, man. Oh, man, shout out to Nikki, man. Baby, shout out to Shadrach, man. Man, it's 6, man. Man.
What's good? What is good? What's good? How is everybody doing on this beautiful, cold in Chicago? Yeah, it's cold. Maybe cold where some of y'all at. Maybe nice and warm, hot where some of y'all at. But overall, what is good? What's up? Mama Justice, how are you doing? Nina Ray, everybody in the chat. Linda Amos, Casa the Realist, Donna Thrillin. How you doing? Vernice. I hope I'm breaking this down right. What did I say? I'm gonna just say it how it is. SWTBRRY32. How you doing? Pink Dollar. What that say? Pink Dollars. Pink. How you doing? I hate to mess somebody's name up, so I break it down. How you doing, Pink? Shango. What's the deal? How everybody doing? It's Sunday evening. Let me get right to this. Kierra codes. There has been basically no update, no nothing has changed. And I'm gonna say what I said early in the beginning when the young sister, y'all, I can remember. I'm talking about sitting there watching Kiera run around the house as a little kid. I know this girl. I can remember her coming down the stairs saying it so clear. How you doing, DeMarco? Where your son at? Or where your daughter at? I can remember this little girl. She has came a long way. And this is what I said in the very beginning. That video footage, y'all, kidnappings here in Chicago is becoming a regular thing, especially in the Black community, because it seems like in our community, there's not much work being done by the city, by the local authorities. Damn, the politicians, they don't even say a word. We don't even see them. It's like they're getting paid for nothing. And I'm quite sure that's not just here in Chicago. It's everywhere. How many times have y'all heard me say, we vote these people in office? Point blank, voting is just a scam to pay for these people lavish lifestyles. They don't do a damn thing. They don't do nothing. Only time you hear from is around election time. After that, you don't hear or see nothing effective. But I truly believe that more can be done. More can be done. And I'm gonna tell y'all, here in Chicago, it's a lot of properties. It's damn near a requirement for most of these properties to have surveillance cameras on the property. Just like we saw when we saw Kierra leaving, turning around, coming back past her car. It's like we saw that. It has to be more to that. And I'm not saying that, let me say this. I'm not saying that we understand how the police investigate, how they do their investigation. And I'm not saying tell us something that will ruin the investigation. No, us as logical thinkers, and I'm quite sure y'all understand that I'm not saying nothing near that. What I'm saying is do more, plain and simple. Y'all saw what I just had on the screen in the intro, and I'm finna put it back up. Y'all just heard me say this stuff is becoming a norm. Chicago, where in the hell, and we know it's some type of, we know it's sick people out there. We know that some people doing this for financial gain. That's even sicker. It's all in the same pot. But before I screen share this, I saw a story, and this was recently, last week, where, and I believe it was in North Carolina. a little girl was on her way to school, and some guys pulled up on her and basically tried to kidnap her. They told her, "Hey, we here for your mother sent us to pick you up." Well, the reason that girl didn't get kidnapped is because her and her family had a secret code word. Y'all feel what I'm saying? They had a secret code word amongst the family. And they taught their kid that if you ever run in this situation and that person don't know that secret code word, you get the hell away from them and you do it fast. And that's what the little girl done. So we can all learn something from other people situations that we can. But let me screen share this to y'all. And this happened last weekend in Chicago. Two masked men trying to abduct a teen girl walking to school. Now, this is a different situation from what I was just talking about. What I was just talking about, that happened in North Carolina. And this happened here in Chicago last week. So if it only proves, it's a fact. You gotta take it as a fact. This is no joke. It only proves that not only is this stuff happening everywhere, it's happening everywhere. Got people that will snatch people off the street and do whatever. We know it's not going to be no good. If a person attempt to abduct you off the street, there's no good in that. Why I tell you, women, protect yourselves. Don't even negotiate. This is a serious time we living in. What y'all gonna do? Play? He step his ass out of bounds and make you feel uncomfortable? Oh, man, you gotta let him know, hey, I ain't with this. You gotta do what you gotta do to remove yourself from this situation. So when I say there's no negotiation, you're not supposed to negotiate with someone that's making you feel uncomfortable, making you feel like you feel that you fear them, making you scared, making you just have all these unnecessary feelings. How can you negotiate with a person like that? What are you supposed to say? And this go for the men too, for us brothers. What are you supposed to say when you encounter a situation like that? Beg for your life? Or plead and bag down? Hell no. What you got to lose? What, your life? But see this story right here. And I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is something that we see on the news here on the local basis every other day in Chicago. Look at this. Police are looking for two men who tried to abduct a teenage girl. She walked to school in the Roseland neighborhood on Wednesday. 15-year-old was walking to school at about 9:40 a.m. Broad daylight. Wednesday in the 400 block of the 111th Street when a minivan pulled up and a man got out and told the girl to get in the van. The girl ran to a safe passage worker. A safe passage worker is a group that was created because the streets of Chicago is so terrible. And then we got these fools out here doing a lot of these unnecessary shootings. They don't care if it's near school, if it's kids walking to school, or if they getting walking home from school. They don't care. So Chicago have created this group where parents in the neighborhood stand on every corner, so many blocks around the school. And before school, we make sure the kids get to school safe. And after school, we make sure the kids get home safe. That's what the safe passage is. But and it's sad. I mean, us as parents, we have to be involved. But in this way, police describe a black minivan with tinted windows and a broken driver's side tail light. Two men involved in the incident were described as being African American and both wearing black face masks, according to the police. One of the men was wearing a blue jumpsuit while the other one was wearing the all black clothes. See, I'm telling y'all, this stuff happens every other day. I can remember a few years ago here in Chicago, and the guy was, if I am mistaken, and I think I'm right, I think the guy was like about 18 years old. They caught this guy after he walked down one block, high out of his mind. This guy decided to walk down a block and break in not one house, not two houses, but three houses and rape people in two of them houses. And one of them was a 15-year-old girl. And y'all heard me correctly when I said this guy was about 18 years old. At 18 years old, at 18, the young generation is being attacked, and I stand firmly, and this is coming from my mouth. It has nothing to do with Kierra Cole's family. This is coming out of my mouth. The guy that she was pregnant by, I don't trust him. Because if you was dealing with this young lady for 7 years, 7 years, and can't check in, $7 years, please. And then everything else around it, everything else, with her being pregnant, he didn't want her to have the baby. He's with he has a family. In fact, his girl that he's with is named Kierra. This is strange. This is crazy. We can't do nothing but hope and pray. Vice versa. Pray and hope that Kiera is okay and her unborn child, which will be 4 months now. Which will be 4 months. If we all can do research, and I hope everyone do the research on young African American women in America, mainly in the black communities, that come up missing yearly. Look at the numbers. The numbers is outstanding. Look how many unsolved cases. And we know that it's a lot more can be done. It's a lot more can be done. And like I said, I've always said from the beginning that, that surveillance footage is very important. It's very important. It's a young sister. Kiera is a young sister that was trying to get her life going. Who would disapprove of that? Who would disapprove of that? Who will feel like they can put a stop to that? Nobody got no right to put no stop to that. Shout out to Chicago post office at where Kierra was working at. They are deeply involved in the search for Kierra codes. Let's pray Kierra come home. But how everybody been doing? Yeah, pink dollars. That's what I said. Said 7 years and no concern. Yeah, he should have been every time the news media had their camera right there in the family face. I mean, come on now. All right, let me ask y'all this: when you involved in a relationship with a person about 7 years, you damn near consider them as family, even if the relationship doesn't last at that particular time. And most of us said, man, and we treated that relationship as that way. It can be a friend, you and your buddy, or you and your homegirl, whatever, friend. Y'all would consider each other as family and treat each other that way in a 7 year time span. It can be a relationship, you know, it could be a marriage or whatever. But 7 years, that's not no fling. That's not no just messing around. Nah, not 7 years. We already know it wasn't one of them because she's 3 months pregnant. 4 months. So we know it was more than a fling. We know that. It's so crazy. So crazy. Like I said, let's pray that that she's rushed home. She's rushed home. It's so crazy, y'all. I get pulled over. Police tell me they should take my phone and go live from my YouTube page. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Just out the blue. Don't that sound crazy? This is the world that we living in. This is what we dealing with. We got our young sisters and brothers, and basically, what we see now, what we see now is so many things being displayed to us. They bombarding us, especially with the mass shootings. Y'all, we gotta be careful. I'm not saying that every mass shooting is fake. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is some of them may be, and a lot of them may be real, more than the fake ones. But what we have to understand that, what we have to understand more is that the people that's causing this, that's making all this stuff happen, the ones that's behind me, the ones that's behind all of y'all, pulling the strings on all of us, whether we want to admit it or not. We know what these fools doing. These people have done something where we got so wrapped up in the situation. And it was so crazy that, let's be real, we see young black girls die damn near every day. I mean, it's just the reality of it. We see in all type of fashions, but something was done to make us so occupied. We were so occupied into this one situation. Why is that? Why was that? We was locked. Couldn't escape it. And when I say that, I mean that. You couldn't get away from it even if you wanted to, for some reason. I don't care how many times you woke up and said, man, I'm through talking about that stuff. But you right back to it. We all were. Why? Ain't nothing like that ever happened to me. So we got to understand that this world we living in is for real. It's for real. For real. I see a lot of things been going on out here in the YouTube streets. And this is, but even now, let's be real. It's quite a few of us on this live right here in the chat, including myself. A lot of us walk down the road to a different faith. That's cool. That's cool. That just proved that we're all different, which is great. But what we have to realize is that, and excuse me for laughing, because at the same time it's funny, and I've been said it, we cannot allow ourselves to be led down a road to destruction. Especially, how many times have y'all heard me say, sometimes you can't trust no person because they the same color we is. Just because they black, just because they dress the way we do, just because they like the same things, they live next door to us, or in the same neighborhood, or work with us. Nah, we can't go for that. This is a different time. This is a different day. You can't trust it. And a lot of us been on YouTube a little bit more than a year right now, longer than we ever been since we ever been playing around with YouTube. This last past year, a lot of us have given Google and YouTube or whatever a lot of our time. Giving YouTube a lot of our time. And we got to understand the fact that we have given YouTube so much of our time. You better believe somebody in somewhere, some people is profiting off of our thoughts, off of our pain, off of our suffering, off of our chaos, off of us into it with each other, off of our truth, off of the lies, off of everything. What I just say? They had us occupied into that thing. They had us off in there. And again, I say we couldn't shake it if we wanted to. Not at that time, we couldn't. A lot of us understand a lot of things, and a lot of things. When if we can right now today, if you can say that that whole situation, I mean, you just understand what it is, and a lot of things understood not even need to be said. But again, like I said, we got a lot of young black sisters, mainly young black sisters, coming up missing. It's like at a mass rate now. Every time you turn around, this state, this city, all over the country. And then, knowing what we know today, it's been happening. It's been happening. A lot of it, we may not have known about it at the capacity of what we know now. Because soon as something happened, it'll hit the internet, and basically the whole entire world will know about it instantly, within seconds, minutes. And dealing with Kierra Cole, you know, it just, it don't make sense to me that she we see her on video footage on her way to work. We see the suspicious behavior. And when I say suspicious behavior, I mean, to me, it looked like she was trying to avoid someone. And then again, she's supposed to have been on her way to work, her cell phone and her purse found in the car. And then her job turn around and say she called off. Don't add up. It don't add up. She was tight with her family. Correction, she is tight with her family. She was doing her thing. Especially you young sisters. Got to tighten that security up. Tighten that security up. This is her and her sisters. Show you. And believe me, they were tight. They is tight. And you queens know when, you know, you tight with your siblings, especially your sister. Y'all know how they go. And her mother. They is also tight. The whole family. The whole family. No different from no other mother and daughter. No different. And everybody that like doing serious videos, family appreciated. And like I said, that's what we should be doing as a community. As a community, we should be assisting each other in this fashion. If need be. In other ways, hey, it's the internet. We can connect. It don't matter where we at. Don't matter where we at. Kierra been missing like far too long. Show you type of family they is. Family got right on top of. Right on top of. Right on top of. And living here in Chicago, I done seen people, and this ain't no joke. I done seen people get shot and the damn family didn't even care. I'm talking about the family will be on the scene. Wouldn't care. It'd be great when Kierra is found, because we'll know that her 4-month-old baby is safe. We'll know that. And appreciate everybody send this live. Because y'all could be doing something other than hanging out with Mark OJ. Appreciate that. And like I said, we got to stand up as a community. Don't matter what city, what state we in. And let the fools stand where they stand. Let them fall where they may. But we got a job to do as a community. I mean, come on now. We know what's happening. We know more than, in most cases, we know more than any government agency out there because it's happening in our community. It's happening in our community. So we got to be the ones to stop it. Got to be the ones that stop it. I appreciate everybody that came in the chat. And participated in this live. Like I said, y'all could have been doing something other than, hanging out with us. I appreciate it very much. One love. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all evening. I'm out. Can I kick it on working? Yeah, I be trapping this hard. I'm gonna be ready to serve. Shoot like I've been in the service. Hands on me, hands on me, I be fixing on purpose. Smelling like no good touch, and I got this money on purpose. Can I kick it on working? Yeah, I be trapping this hard. I'm gonna be ready to serve. Shoot like I've been in the service. Hands on me, hands on me, I be fixing on purpose. I hit your bitch in the angle. I heard you used to be an angel. I put the bitch to a savage. I got a trap in the back. Money, yo, I'm mad. Money magnet. I put the trap in the casket. I'm really the hat. I put the trap in the egg. I'm keeping up with the fashion. I remember they was laughing. Now they see me on the beach. Cause the niggas wanna be. They can't know what come be. Hope you're not thinking about robbing me like a problem me. But I'm a motherfucking thing. I got sticks in the thing. I hit your bitch in the stain. Next day, think call me. I'm just too much of a savage. I'm catching out of the traffic. Chat now still walking. Pray the money keep coming. Smelling like don't get the touch. And I got this money on purpose. Can I keep getting working? Yeah, I be trapping this touch. I'm gonna be ready to serve. Shoot like I've been in the service. Honey's on me, got no honey's on me. I be flipping on purpose. Smelling like don't get the touch. And I got this money on purpose. Can I keep getting working? Yeah, I be trapping this touch. I'm gonna be ready to serve. Shoot like I've been in the service. Honey's on me, got no honey's on me. I be flipping on purpose. If they want me to fall up, but I cannot fall off. I'm flipping on purpose. Something I need me a service. I like to get the coach. Doing that Persian, back in the toys, I'm pulling it for one girl. I keep my eye on the spread. I keep my eye on you niggas just watching. I had to trap, I did not have the option. I can't do precautions. Cause the money coming too fast. I'm just trying to make it last. Manufacturing the love. I got some love on my head. I'm a real dope dealer. Never had a good job. All my niggas got hard. Plus I heard that you was soft. I've been in the streets too long. Gotta make myself a boss. I just want a mother's body. I just want your bitch to call me. I'm sick of shopping at August. I was supporting my family. I can depend on these niggas for favors. I can depend on these bitches they begging. I'm just getting to the money. Trying to have a good Christmas. Please don't tell me that you broke. That ain't even my business. I just got rid of my feelings. Smelling like dope and religion. Smelling like dope and detergent. And I got this money on purpose. I cannot keep getting working. Yeah, I be trapping this service. I'm gonna be ready to service. Shoot like I've been in the service. Honey's on me, got them hundreds on me. I be flexing on purpose. Smelling like dope and detergent. I got this money on purpose. I cannot keep getting working. Yeah, I be trapping this service. I'm gonna be ready to service. Shoot like